Who that? Who that?
Oh, when those Saints
Who that?
went to Miami,
Who that?
I went against God's team. Yes, I did. I listened to Paul Hollywood, who wears a Patriots jersey, and went against the New Orleans Saints.
Hey, that was your original pick. You should have stayed with it.
Yeah, I should have stayed with my pick. Everybody in New Orleans, they're partying like crazy. Jambalaya and the whole 9 yards. And our buddy Cassino over here in the corner, who has to wave. Why can't Cassino be like everybody else? When you win something, you're just gracious. Instead, he's got to act an ass. He's got to just show himself.
I'm not acting.
He's got to show his true colors is what it is.
I'm giving Castno a lot of credit. He wasn't even on the fence last week. He said the Saints are going to win. If you had it on the tape, you could play it.
I wasn't on the fence either.
Well, we're not going to pick because you're. No, well, he said we're not going to pick because you're the only idiot who's going to pick the Saints.
Well, all right. So I get to eat crow. Yes. Tastes pretty good. Humble pie. Right here on the Sports Crunch, rock100diz.com. This is the YouTube section where you can log on and actually watch us in the studio on YouTube. Everybody wave to the cameras. Hey!
Hello, LaShawn.
Okay, now.
Anyhow.
With that said, let's wrap things up about Super Bowl coverage.
Speaking of pie, did you see the commercials to compliment the game? What do you think?
I thought this year you really didn't have a lot of outstanding commercials. It seemed like there was more plugs for CBS shows than there were really funny commercials. But the one good plug they had was for Letterman's show where he had Oprah and Jay Leno, who all of them had personal issues over the years being together. And I thought it was just funny. Letterman's, I hate this party. And then Jay's there sitting there saying, it's just because I'm here. You know, I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
but it really wasn't a commercial. That was actually a CBS plug. That didn't count as a commercial.
Now, what about see, I wrote down a list of commercials.
Give us your list.
The second Doritos commercial where the guy comes into the house and he looks at the mother and then he sits down and he's looking at the little boy like, hey, this is, hey, what's up, little man? And the little boy was a black kid, and he goes, don't look at my mother that way, and don't touch my Doritos.
Yeah. No, he smacked the life
out of him. Don't touch my mom, and don't touch my Doritos.
Yeah, okay, so
don't put your hands on my mama.
Yeah.
Don't touch my Doritos.
And then he slapped the guy.
Someone just put that on Facebook.
Put it back.
That was good. The Tim Tebow commercial.
I don't know what the hubbub was about.
But I'll tell you now, you have to give them a lot of credit. They had all that hubbub about it, and everybody was all that publicity. And when you watch it, you're saying, well, what was the big deal?
And all it was advertising. Go to their site if you wanna know the story, and then you go figure out the story. So hey, if they want to spend $2.5 million on that, that's their prerogative.
But they got their money's worth. Just think about it. Look at the 2 weeks of publicity they had about it.
Oh yeah, they got the buzz.
Everybody was all fired up about it. So if you didn't know that commercial, heard about it, you would have even missed it. You would have just gone right by it.
And what I didn't get was the tackling of his mother, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was kind of. Now, speaking of tackling, the first Snickers commercial, which was football with Abe Vigoda and Betty.
And one thing about that commercial, we know that at least now that Abe Vigoda's still alive.
Yeah,
we would have forgotten about him.
Unless he was digitally remastered there. I don't know.
No, he's still alive. We'll have to do a Google search on him and find out how old he really is.
Because I was just shocked. Well, why would you say he's playing like Betty White? Playing like an old woman. Oh, okay, that was pretty good. Now the Boost Mobile.
That was good. The Chicago Bears Super Bowl Shuffle.
Super Bowl Shuffle.
That was pretty funny too, especially that you got
Mike Ditka working the board.
Yes,
he goes, "That's fresh."
And everybody, but Boost. I hate to tell you this, it's $40 a month. You have to beat $40 a month. Verizon's now $69 a month, and then everybody else is less than that. And you got to beat not T-Mobile. What's the one for $40 a month? Oh, Metro PCS. Yeah, where you go, hello, goodbye. I just got cut off, and I can't pick you up. T-Pain's Bud Light commercial.
Which one was that?
That was towards the end.
Everybody was like singing like him and that kind of like.
With the vocoder.
Well, also the other good Bud Light one was one like it was kind of off Lost, where the plane crashed.
Oh, that was a
classic.
And they were.
She goes, I found the radio.
And I found the beverage cart.
Yeah, they found the beverage cart.
Everybody's having a party.
I thought that.
They had the jacuzzi going on in the
I like that
jet
one.
engine. I thought that was good.
Now, the pregame one, it wasn't during the game, but the one with McDonald's with LeBron and Dwight Howard
and Larry Bird,
that was a really good one, too.
I missed that one. I was busy.
I'm sure you'll see it next week during the All-Star game. They'll be playing.
They'll play that one. And last but not least, I thought honorable mention was the VW commercial that had Stevie Wonder in it.
Oh, Punch Buggy?
I missed that one,
I missed it, too.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the game, and everybody, whenever you saw a VW, you punched the next person.
Punch Buggy.
I don't know how I missed
Buggies,
it.
Yeah, you remember?
I never played Punch Buggy.
Played it as a kid. If you
I must have gone to the bathroom. I missed it.
You saw
what
a
happens
Volkswagen, you punched the guy next to you.
Yeah, you called it out, Punch Buggy Blue. Bam! Whoever you're playing with. Punch Buggy White. Bam!
For Stevie Wonder to punch anybody was a miracle, I must say.
We were talking. We like the baby one.
The Eat Trade Baby with
Milkaholic. The Milkaholic.
But you know what? Though overall, though, I'd have to say I thought it was the most disappointing year for commercials overall in the last 5 or 6 years.
I just think they've outpriced themselves. You know, it's $2.5 million a minute, right?
Well, my thing is, if you're going to pay $2.5 million for a
30
minute
seconds, 30 seconds,
you're going to make that freaking thing phenomenal somehow. But
they
were okay.
It looks like they pushed a lot of movies, a lot of movie commercials in that.
Robin Hood,
they did. They did.
Werewolf.
This goes right in with the commercials. I mean, they broke the record for the all-time viewed show in United States history. They beat MASH, 106 million people. I mean, it's phenomenal, and a lot of that's attributed to the commercials because look, it really should. They should just make it a holiday now, the Super Bowl, because I mean, there's so many Super Bowl parties and everyone watches it, and people are at bars. I mean,
but now to check this out. Speaking about bars, there were people in Brevard County because I went over to Palm Bay to watch the game, and a friend of mine has a magazine about what the clubs in Brevard County, and I'm going through the magazine, and I noticed that they did not say Super Bowl parties. That the NFL was getting after people about having Super Bowl parties. I think the NFL has officially gone too far.
Well, I think what they're stopping him from is using their logo. I think they, a lot of them were using the NFL logo for the shield, and I think that's what they're stopping them from.
So they're saying it's not like a sanctioned NFL party, but
yeah, they're stopping them using the shield.
But Paulie, it's the Super Bowl. You're going to tell me that people aren't, I mean...
I don't know if that...
Has it really come down to this?
Well, I don't really know about that. I'll have to check up on it for you. I mean, is that what they're saying?
I mean, they're acting silly. They acted silly about credentials, but that's a whole other story. We'll talk about that.
Sons of guns.
Yeah.
Well, getting about the halftime show, I think we have to get a younger act. I mean, I love The Who.
Thank you.
And I saw them in 1974 at Madison Square Garden, like 3 years after Who's Next came out in Quadrophenia. But, this is 40 years later, and I think, we need to get younger acts. I mean, you have people that are in their 20s that don't even know who The Who are.
Well, Peter Townsend, look, I like Peter Townsend.
He was looking old, wasn't he?
He was looking kind of...
Roger Daltrey was looking old,
He was looking very geriatric, people, especially when he was sitting there doing the guitar like this, the twang. He couldn't even hit the lick.
Well, you know what people don't realize? They were actually, when they were named this, even after they already agreed to perform, they were still thinking about backing out because they knew they were too old. A lot of people don't know that, but they were even thinking about backing out.
So maybe do you think that the NFL is trying to overcorrect the ship?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because, first of all, we know what happened. We could talk about Janet Jackson until we're blue in the face. Okay, but after Janet, wasn't it Prince?
Yep.
And Prince, they talked about Prince being one of the greatest halftime shows in the history of halftimes of anything.
The Rolling Stones were terrible. Paul McCartney was so-so.
Was been, has been.
And Bruce Springsteen was okay.
I think they'll get young. They're going to go with.
But they're going to have to get younger because they're running out of old acts. We're going to use next year. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young.
No, they're going to get AC/DC.
U2 and
now as
Aerosmith.
As bad as they were pregame, I thought Queen Latifah and Carrie Underwood were phenomenal.
Well, I missed that so.
And what the thing is, in the beginning of the Super, if you didn't see the beginning of the thing, they had Jay-Z and Rihanna.
Oh, I saw that part.
Thing. And you see, they're willing to put them as long as it's on tape. They don't trust the hip-hop and the rap to be live anymore, but they'll do them on tape. They just don't want to do them live.
Them damn hip-hoppers, what can I say?
I think what they need to do is go back to having those historic black college marching bands.
No, I think what they need to do is that you have a combination. I mean, you can have a retro band, but also have a young band. Like I said on one of our other shows, the one that they did with the Ravens and the Giants where they had Aerosmith and they had NSYNC and Britney Spears. I thought that was one of the best ones because it gave something for everybody.
Yeah, they're going to have to get back to that.
Well, with that said, that wraps up our YouTube segment of the Sports Crunch right here on rock100diz.com, home of the hits, home of the classics, and of course, we still love the Who on DIZ.